Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. This video is for earth signs, so if you're a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, you're in the right place. Also, I encourage you to check your rising and your moon as well. If you don't know those signs, go over to cafeastrology.com and they'll generate a natal chart for you. So let's take a look at January 2020 for all my earth signs. We're actually in Capricorn season right now, so we're in your element, earth signs, for the first 3 weeks of the month. And then by the last week of the month, we will be in Aquarius season, which is a wind sign. A lot of people think Aquarius is a water sign because their symbol is a water bear, but they're an earth sign, or they're an air sign. So let's take a look at your first month of 2020 earth signs. So your first card is the Nine of Pentacles, or coins. It's one of my favorite cards, actually. Into the Seven of Cups. Into the Eight of Pentacles, or coins. Into the Three of Wands. Into the Eight of Swords. Into the Five of Pentacles, into the Three of Pentacles, and finishing the month off with the King of Pentacles. You have a lot of pentacles or coins going on this month, earth signs, so a lot of things may be going in and out with your money, it looks like, or with your finances. So starting off the month with the Nine of Pentacles, earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, this is for you. You're going to be starting off this month super abundant and really prosperous with a lot of money, feeling really comfortable, feeling really stable, feeling like things are just like coming your way, super flowy. I actually think that this card is the tarot representation of Lakshmi, which is the Hindu goddess of prosperity. So okay. Then we move into the Seven of Cups for you, earth signs. I feel like you are going to manifest some things like that you've been dreaming of for a long time, maybe all the way in from 2010 to 2019. There are things that you've been really wanting to see come to fruition, and I think that you're going to see those things really blossom into the first week of 2020. This is a really strong way for you earth signs to be starting off 2020. I just want to say, with the Nine of Pentacles right there for you, just feeling really empowered and in your financial flow, and then moving into the Seven of Cups of just really feeling like dreams coming true, things manifesting in your reality really easily, and things that I'm hearing that you've been wanting to come to fruition for a really long time. So congratulations, earth signs. This is a great way to start off 2020. And by the second week of January, we have the Eight of Coins there for you, which I'm seeing some work coming through, but in ways of like really paying attention to detail. So, you know, we have tax season coming up. This could be like really getting prepared for things like that. It doesn't necessarily mean like a lot of like work, which it could, but it could also be in other areas, like, you know, getting things ready to, you know, that need to be submitted further down the line in 2020. I just see you really having to pay attention to detail, maybe reading a lot or reading contracts, or just getting very detail oriented the second week of January. Capricorn season, which makes sense. Capricorn is very detail oriented. It's very work focused. This could also be a lot of things that you are trying to handle for your work. Maybe you run your own business and it's like this time that you really need to focus on the details and, maybe some things that you've been putting off, but this is the time to really take care of those things, is in the beginning of the second week of January, Earth signs, okay? And then you're going to be moving into the end of the second week of January, and you have the Three of Wands waiting for you there, which is really kind of feeling complete on something and moving away from that. I'm hearing from a toxic situation or a toxic person. It's really, I feel like, you know, Earth signs, you have such a big heart, and sometimes you can be so giving and so loving, and I feel like there was someone or something or some energy that was taking advantage of you, that you're finally kind of putting up this boundary and recognizing that it's time to start moving away from that, okay? And that's okay. And that could be anything, like a job, it could be in a relationship, it could be a lover. That could come out in so many different ways in your world, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. But just know, I feel like you've been feeling it, you've been sensing it, but it's time to really like maybe express yourself and voice that opinion. And then your next card for the beginning of the third week is the Nine of Swords, which is, or I'm sorry, the Eight of Swords, which is, I feel like with the Eight of Swords right there after the Three of Wands, of really kind of making this decision to start moving away from something that has been toxic for you, that it might be harder than you thought, and that person or that energy or that situation might not want to let go of you so quickly. So it might really take some work on your side of like really knowing what is best for you and acting on those instincts. And you might feel a little overwhelmed and a bit scared to move away from whatever that is, but it's time to really put that into action and start taking very concrete steps towards that, because I just feel like there's might be, with the Five of Pentacles coming in right after that, Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn, especially this is your season. This is Capricorn season. You started off this month so strong with the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about abundance and prosperity. And now you're here with the Five of Pentacles, which is about loss. I feel like it might not be so much in your finances or your material world as the Pentacles suggest, but more so in your relationships and really feeling a need to move away from things that make you feel less than or lack, or this is really about clearing out toxic energies for you and releasing a lot of fear, Earth signs. This is about not being scared to move forward, or whatever is taking your power away from you, or whatever you're giving your power to. This is about taking your power back and empowering yourself and moving in a direction, even if you're really scared, like trusting your instincts and making the moves for yourself, because everything looks like it's going to be fine with you. The Three of Pentacles right after that, which is all about foundation and family and excuse me, feeling more stable and strong within yourself. So really the middle of the month, and this is also right around that Three of Wands came in right around the full moon in Cancer. So this might bring up a lot of emotions for you as well, Earth signs, but it's going to be very illuminating in this way for you to make moves out of this toxic situation or this relationship or this job or whatever it is that's been really toxic for you. Now this month, January, Capricorn season, is the time for you to make the moves. And I think that this is happening during an earth sign for you to give you that extra strength, to give you that extra grounding, and to give you that extra support, earth signs, as you really detox yourself from a situation that is not in your best interest, or a person, relationship, energy, whatever that is. But like I said, the beginning of the 4th week, earth signs, you have the 3 of Pentacles right there for you. So this is about clearing things out so that you can be very foundational, so that you can bring those that are close to you even closer, and to really deepen other intimate relationships, okay? Because then by the end of the month, we have the King of Pentacles waiting for you. And I feel like you're kind of back in your game, again. You're feeling ready to take on bigger energies, put yourself out there in a bigger way. You're just feeling more empowered, which is great that you were able to kind of come through this situation of detoxification and releasing whatever energy has not been so good for you, and you find yourself back in a place of empowerment very quickly. So I think that this situation that you find yourself might be all consuming as you're going through it in the middle of the month, but by the end of the month, it's going to be back to big business as usual in a bigger, brighter, more expansive way for you, earth signs, okay? So don't get too scared or too hung up on the thing that's going to come into the middle of this month during Capricorn season for you. Remember, your element is here to support you during this time, and also to help you turn it out really quickly so that you're back in action once again by the end of the month, and really in your abundance and calling in your prosperity and feeling very grounded in that once again. But now this last week, we are in Aquarius season, which is a wind sign. So we've switched from earth to wind, but I feel like that wind is going to help bring momentum where you need it, okay? So let's just take a recap, earth signs. The beginning of the month, we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is all about prosperity and feeling the flow and really being in it. And then we have the 7 of Cups, which is all about dream fulfillment, goals coming to like blossoming in your reality. Some really good things happening this first week for you, earth signs. And then you're moving into a time of great focus and stamina during the beginning of the 2nd week of January. And then by the end of that 2nd week, and during this full moon in Cancer, I feel like you're going to know that it's time to walk away from something. It has come, something has breached a boundary, it's over, and you're making that decision and speaking your truth. But I feel like the beginning of that 3rd week of January for you, earth signs, maybe that other party, that other energy or whatever, it doesn't receive that so well. It might turn into a bit of a challenge for you in wrapping this up, but earth signs know that this is a big purging, a big clearing, a big cleansing for you. It looks like there's some fear that's going to come up for you right after that. But just know that to really trust your instincts, and you're moving away from this lack vibration and moving into something greater, which is indicated by the next card right after that in the 4th week. The beginning of the 4th week is the 3 of Pentacles, or coins, and now here we are in Aquarius season, which is all about things coming together, things feeling very sturdy, and you feel very supported once again. So this situation is going to process rather quickly. Just stay true to yourself, trust your voice and what you need to do and what's best for you, okay? Because by the end of the month, earth signs, you are back on point once again with the King of Pentacles there to really usher in some great financial opportunities and to help you feel empowered and really back in the swing of things again. So earth signs, I want to thank you all so much for joining me for my January 2020 reading. Here we are in the first month of 2020. Welcome to Capricorn season with a little bit of Aquarius at the end. And if you would like a more detailed reading, over on my Patreon page, you can find readings by astrological sign. So if you want more information, check those out. And you can follow the link just below in the comments. I've included a link to my Patreon page, and I've also included a link to my website if you'd like to book a one-on-one session, tarot card reading, or a spirit call. All of that you can do through my website. My website just got an upgrade, so go check it out. Now you can book your session and pay all right there in one place, and you don't even have to talk to me until it's time for our reading. So again, that's on my website, which is linked right below as well. And I want to thank you guys all for joining me this month, and I will see you next month. Have a good one. Bye.